Child, you stand in a moment that is far more delicate than you realize. You feel the heaviness around you, the confusion, the rush of your own thoughts, and the pressure of circumstances tightening like a net around your life. You have sensed danger without fully understanding it, and you have brushed off the inner alarms I have been placing within you. But I am speaking now with clarity so you cannot mistake my voice. Your life is approaching a turning point that will either lead you toward restoration or toward destruction, and the choice hangs in the next steps you take. You have been walking as though time is something you own, as though the days ahead are guaranteed, as though your body, your health, your strength, and even your relationships are built on foundations that cannot crumble. But, child, you do not see what I see. You do not perceive what has already been forming around you. You have ignored the weariness in your spirit, the warnings in your body, the restlessness in your sleep, and the tugging I have placed on your conscience. You have justified things that harm you. You have accepted burdens that crush you. You have consumed poisons wrapped in pleasure. You have carried bitterness that corrodes you from the inside, and you have overlooked the subtle decay that has been happening in your inner life. Yet despite all of this, I have not turned away from you. I have not abandoned you to consequences. I am speaking because I want to rescue you, not condemn you. I desire to preserve you, not punish you. I am calling you out of the road that leads to the bed of affliction because I know where it ends. I know how pain writes its name into a body. I know how regret echoes in the chambers of the mind. I know how the soul cries when it is given one more chance but no more strength to take it. I know every ICU bed where people lie whispering, "If only I had listened earlier." I hear the words that never leave their lips but scream inside their hearts. And I tell you the truth. You were not created to learn through devastation, child. You were created to learn through communion with me. Understand this, my beloved, your life is sacred to me. Your heartbeat exists because I willed it. Your breath flows because my spirit sustains it. You are not an accident drifting through chaos. You are not a fragile leaf thrown around by circumstances and misfortune. You are mine. And because you are mine, I have invested purpose, destiny, and divine intention into your existence. The enemy has tried to rob you, harm you, distract you, numb you, and lure you into destruction. But today I am breaking through every noise and every confusion to speak directly to your heart. You think the threat over your life is only physical. You think the danger is simply illness, catastrophe, exhaustion, or some external storm rising against you. But hear me well. The gravest threats are often the ones you cannot see with your eyes. They hide themselves in your habits, your compromises, your relationships, your neglect, your intentions, your unresolved wounds, and the voices you choose to listen to. You have been walking too close to the edge, brushing against shadows that were never meant to touch your life. You have been tolerating things that drain your soul, and you have been ignoring the signs I have placed around you. There are people you have trusted who have not guarded your heart. There are environments you have entered that were not meant for your spirit. There are decisions you have made out of fear rather than wisdom. And there are dreams I placed within you that you have postponed so long that their light flickers like a weakening flame. But I am not here to accuse you. I am here to awaken you. I am not pointing at your failures. I am pointing toward your rescue. Child, the enemy has studied your weaknesses and built traps uniquely shaped for your vulnerabilities. He has whispered to you in your lowest moments, tempting you with shortcuts, illusions of comfort, false strength, and fleeting pleasures that carry long-lasting consequences. He has tried to bury the voice of my spirit beneath layers of noise and distraction. Yet even so, I have been shielding you, sparing you, preserving you from dangers you never knew you walked past. And now I am telling you plainly, if you continue on the path you are currently on, the cost will be greater than you can imagine. But if you listen now, everything can change. This moment is not here to frighten you. It is here to deliver you. I am not threatening you. I am warning you with the love of a father who knows what lies ahead. I am calling you into alignment, restoration, and protection. I am offering you a way of escape before the storm fully forms. I am extending to you mercy before the consequence demands its due. I am giving you sight before the darkness thickens. I am giving you strength before your strength fails. Do not take lightly what I am saying now. You have been carrying burdens I never asked you to carry. You have been wearing masks that exhaust you. You have been fighting battles without inviting me into the battlefield. You have been running without direction, working without rest, worrying without cause, and striving without grace. Your soul has been crying for relief, but you have drowned that cry in noise and activity. You tell yourself you will slow down tomorrow. You tell yourself you will change when things settle. You tell yourself the warning signs are nothing. But child, you cannot deceive your own soul. It knows what it needs, and it is calling you back to me. You need my peace, not more pressure. You need my wisdom, not more opinions. You need my rest, not more distraction. You need my correction, not more empty encouragement. You need my presence, not the temporary comforts you keep turning to. You need to surrender the things that slowly kill you and embrace the things that give life. There are choices you must make now, not later. Later will be too late. The path that leads to the ICU is not made of sudden disasters. It is made of small, ignored warnings. It is paved with pride that refuses help, with stubbornness that resists change, with fear that hides behind excuses, and with spiritual neglect that dries out the heart. But you are not powerless. You are not trapped. You are one decision away from reversing the tide that has been rising against your life. Turn to me, not with fear, but with surrender, not with guilt, but with willingness. I do not ask you for perfection. I ask for your attention. I ask you to quiet your heart long enough to recognize my voice. I ask you to step away from the noise that overwhelms you. I ask you to separate yourself from the influences that poison your peace. I ask you to trust me enough to release what harms you, even if part of you clings to it. Child, you are standing at a doorway. One side leads to healing, the healing of your heart, your mind, your body, and your destiny. The other side leads to unnecessary suffering, suffering that can be avoided if you heed me now. I am not promising you a life without storms, but I am promising you a shelter. I am not promising you a life without pressure, but I am promising you strength. I am not promising you a life without difficulty, but I am promising you victory. But victory requires alignment with me. Healing requires obedience. Peace requires surrender. Protection requires partnership. Breakthrough requires trust. And child, I am calling you into that trust now. You have felt me tug at your heart in quiet moments. You have sensed that something needed to change. You have felt the discomfort of living out of order with what you were created for. You have noticed the fatigue that does not come from work alone, but from misalignment of the soul. You have felt the emptiness that cannot be filled with accomplishments, possessions, or pleasures. That emptiness is the space designed for me, and nothing else will fit. I am not telling you to abandon the world. I am telling you to return to the one who created it. I am not telling you to reject your responsibilities. I am telling you to carry them with my strength, not your own. I am not telling you to fear the future. I am telling you to walk into it with me, child. I am rearranging the path before you. I am disrupting the plans that would have hurt you. I am removing people who cannot follow you where you are going. I am closing doors that would have led you into destruction. I am exposing lies you have believed so I can replace them with truth. I am shining light into places you kept hidden so healing can enter. I am correcting your steps so your destiny will not be lost. But you must respond. You must listen. You must choose life. Not the illusion of life, but true life. Let go of the bitterness that has rooted itself in your heart. It poisons your spirit more than you realize. Surrender the anger that has become your defense mechanism. It is weakening you quietly. Release the unforgiveness you cling to. It drains your strength. Stop bending yourself to fit into places I never assigned to you. Stop treating your body with neglect. Stop treating your soul as though it can survive without nourishment. Stop silencing the convictions I send you. Stop pretending you are fine when you know you are not. You have tried to hold yourself together, but child, you were never meant to hold yourself together. I am the one who holds you. Do not be ashamed to need me. Do not be embarrassed to collapse into my arms. Do not fear the vulnerability of surrender. It is in surrender that you find strength. It is in weakness that you find my power. It is in honesty that you find freedom. I am not distant. I am not silent. I am here, closer than your breath, speaking into the very depths of your being. Let my words penetrate the walls you've built. Let my love dissolve the hardness that life has formed around your heart. Let my presence bring clarity where confusion has lived. Let my truth break every lie that tells you are destined for ruin. Child, you are not standing on the edge of disaster by accident. You are standing here so you can be pulled back. You are hearing these words because I love you too deeply to let you walk blindly into harm. I am intervening. I am interrupting. I am calling. I am rescuing. And I am doing it now before the danger manifests fully because you matter to me. You are not just a face in the crowd. You are my creation, my beloved, my chosen one. I have preserved you through things that were meant to destroy you. I have carried you through seasons you did not know were trying to swallow you whole. I have protected you from threats you did not even perceive. And now I am calling you into alignment so I can elevate you into the future I plan for you. Do not return to the patterns that drain you. Do not cling to the habits that dim your light. Do not entertain the voices that lead you toward harm. Do not ignore the whispers of wisdom I place within you. You are accountable now for what you have heard, but you are also empowered. Child, listen closely, for what I speak now is not to frighten you, but to awaken you. You treat your body as though it were merely a tool to drag through the duties of life, yet it is more sacred than you understand. You treat your mind as though it can carry endless weight without rest, yet it is more delicate than you realize. You rush through your days as though strength will always be waiting for you, but strength is a resource that must be guarded, nourished, and honored. You ignore the tugging, the whispers, the weariness, the aches, the instability, and the subtle signs that something within needs attention. And in doing so, you walk toward a future filled with unnecessary pain. But child, I am speaking now so you may avoid that path. You often pray for miracles, yet neglect the foundations that allow miracles to flourish in your life. You ask me to restore what you continually mistreat. You want me to protect the body you push beyond its limits. You ask me to quiet the mind you keep overfilled and overstimulated. You want me to heal what you refuse to acknowledge as wounded. And though I am merciful and kind, though I restore and repair even the most broken parts of you, I also call you into wisdom. My miracles are not meant to replace your responsibility. They are meant to empower it. My healing is not a substitute for your stewardship. It is an invitation to honor what I have given you. Child, your health is not a small matter. It is not something you should attend to only when crisis strikes. It is not a burden I place on you. It is a blessing I entrust to you. Your body is the vessel through which you walk out your purpose. Your mind is the garden where your decisions, dreams, and revelations grow. Your emotional well-being is the atmosphere through which your relationships flourish. But you have often carried yourself as though you are unbreakable, as though you must survive on grit alone, as though exhaustion is proof of strength. Yet true strength is not in how much you endure. It is in how well you honor the life I breathed into you. How many times have you brushed off the persistent ache because you were too busy to care? How many nights have you tossed and turned but told yourself you would catch up on rest later? How many warnings has your body given you? Warnings you dismissed as inconvenience rather than indicators of imbalance. How many moments has your mind pleaded for silence, yet you drowned it in noise, distraction, or burdens it was never meant to carry? How many times have your emotions begged for healing, yet you hid the wounds beneath layers of denial and pretense? You have treated your symptoms as enemies to silence rather than messages to listen to. Pain, child, is not punishment. It is a messenger. Fatigue is not weakness. It is a signal. Anxiety is not condemnation. It is a cry for alignment. Sleeplessness is not a nuisance. It is a warning. Emotional heaviness is not failure. It is the heart telling you that something within needs light, needs rest, needs release. But instead of listening, you push yourself harder. You silence the signals. You numb them. You distract yourself until the warning grows louder. And when it grows unbearable, you cry out in despair, saying you never saw it coming. But child, I have been speaking through your body long before your pain ever reached its peak. I designed your body with safeguards, alerts, and gentle signals meant to draw your attention before any crisis arises. You treat these signals as interruptions, yet they are expressions of my mercy. You think you can outrun what your body tries to tell you, but no one can escape what they refuse to tend to. Ignoring your health does not make you strong, it leaves you vulnerable. And I love you too much to let you continue on a path that leads you into regret. I have seen the tears of those who laid in hospital beds whispering, "If only I had rested sooner. If only I had listened. If only I had cared for myself before it was too late." I have heard the silent cries of those whose minds collapsed under weight they were never meant to bear alone. I have watched many who thought they had no time for rest suddenly lose months, years or more to illness they could have prevented with simple acts of wisdom and care. I do not want that for you. Child, hear me. Taking care of your health is not selfish. It is obedience. It is stewardship. It is honoring the temple I crafted with my own hands. It is preserving the vessel through which your purpose will unfold. It is respecting the life I breathed into you. It is positioning yourself to serve, love, give, and flourish without being hindered by preventable suffering. You pray for long life, yet you take actions that shorten it. You ask for clarity, yet you give your mind no space to breathe. You desire peace, yet you surround yourself with constant noise. You long for energy, yet you run yourself dry. You want joy, yet you deprive yourself of the practices that cultivate emotional well-being. You wish to fulfill your destiny, yet you undermine the very body and mind through which that destiny unfolds. Child, wisdom begins with acknowledging your limits. Even the strongest trees require seasons of rest. Even the oceans obey rhythms and tides. Even the sun sets and the moon rises in cycles created for balance. Why then do you live as though you are exempt from the principles I wove into creation itself? Rest is holy. Balance is holy. Nourishment is holy. Boundaries are holy. Silence is holy. Healing is holy. Your body is not just flesh and bone. It is an instrument created to express my glory through your life. But instruments must be tuned. They must be maintained. They must be protected from harsh conditions. They must be handled with care. Your mind, too, is a field that must be cultivated. The thoughts you allow to grow determine the fruit your life produces. Yet you often allow your mind to become crowded with weeds, fears, worries, comparisons, memories you never healed from, voices that were never meant to guide you. And then you wonder why you feel drained, confused, heavy, or lost. Child, peace cannot grow in a mind left uncared for. Strength cannot grow in a body continually pushed beyond its limits. Joy cannot thrive in a heart packed with unresolved pain. Purpose cannot flourish in a soul that is constantly running on empty. You are not meant to live depleted. You are not meant to survive on fragments of energy and shards of hope. You are meant to live in wholeness, mental, emotional, and physical wholeness. So let me teach you how to honor the life I have given you. Listen to your body. When it aches, it is not betraying you. It is beckoning you. When it slows down, it is not failing you. It is protecting you. When it grows tired, it is reminding you of your limits. Do not wait until the ache becomes an injury, until the fatigue becomes collapse, until the warning becomes a crisis. The earlier you listen, the easier the healing. The longer you ignore, the more painful the restoration. Guard your mind. Choose what you allow into it. Everything you consume, what you watch, what you hear, what you dwell on, the people you surround yourself with, shapes your mental landscape. Protect it. When your thoughts grow heavy, pause. When your mind spirals, breathe. When anxiety rises, slow down and return to me. Do not drown your mind in information, entertainment, or obligations. Give it space to reset. Give it silence. Give it peace. Your mind is not a battlefield to be fought on every hour. It is a sanctuary that must be protected. Care for your emotions. Do not bury them under layers of strength. Do not silence them with busyness. Do not judge them as weakness. Emotions are not your enemy. They are signals of the soul. Let yourself feel what you need to feel. Bring your wounds to me. Do not pretend they do not exist. Healing begins with honesty. Honesty opens the door for peace. Peace opens the door for transformation. Learn to rest, not as an afterthought, but as a practice. Rest is not wasted time. It is preparation. It is restoration. It is obedience to the rhythm I built into the world. When you rest, you align with my wisdom. When you rest, you regain strength. When you rest, you hear me more clearly. When you rest, you heal. Eat what nourishes you. Move in ways that keep you strong. Hydrate. Sleep well. Breathe deeply. These things may seem small, but they are building blocks of longevity. They are acts of gratitude for the body I gave you. Do not wait for pain to become unbearable before you listen. Do not wait for exhaustion to collapse you before you rest. Do not wait for the mind to break before you seek healing. Do not wait for regret to teach you what wisdom could have taught you earlier. You still have time to change. You still have time to heal. You still have time to listen. You still have time to choose a path that leads to health instead of harm. Begin now. Start with one act of care, then another. Listen to what your body has been trying to say for months, maybe years. Tend to what your mind has been silently struggling under. Offer your emotions space to breathe. Let me guide you into a life of balance, restoration, and strength. You do not need to do it alone. I will walk with you. I will guide you. I will guide you. I will sustain you. I will teach you. Child, take care of your health. Honor the temple I formed. Protect what I gave you. For your body is not just a shell, it is a sanctuary. Your mind is not just a tool, it is a garden. Your emotions are not just feelings, they are signals. Your health is not just physical, it is spiritual. And when you guard it, you guard the future I prepared for you. I bless you. Amen.